Hello there, it's Jay here from Jay's Vintage Junk. Excuse me. And today we're back on with the old BBC project Mildrids Ashtray. And I'm happy to say I've made a little bit of progress. I've actually found a definite fault we can try and actually track down, because I'm pretty sure this is what's causing the issue. And that is, if we get the 6502 diagram out, what I've discovered is pin 34 here, which is the read-write pin on the 6502 CPU. It's stuck high. Now, I have confirmed it's not a fault with the CPU. I've actually stuck a brand new Rockwell 6502 in there. Well, when I say brand new, it's brand new old stock. It was made in 1988, but it's never ever been used. So it is a brand new one I've just took out of a pack. And I have tested it. I have put that in my working BBC and tried it in that, and it runs fine. It works fine. But still, when I'll just demo now. I've got this set up with the old logic probe on it. Let's just switch the computer on. In fact, no, we'll leave the computer off, because just to show that it goes straight from first power on. It doesn't even go through a cycler or anything. So if we count down 7 from here, so that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, so we're on pin 34 there. And let me just zoom you in a bit so you can see the logic probe. Like you say, we're on pin 34 of the 6502 there, and if we switch on, there we go, straight on, it comes straight up as a high straight away. Now that I'm pretty sure it shouldn't be right, and I'll just quickly flip those over onto the working beeb, and we'll see what we get on the working beeb. So back in a little sec. Okay, we're set up on my other BBC. This is my working BBC now. I've got this BBC stripped down so it's in exactly the same condition as the non-working one. So all the ICs that I've got removed from the non-working one, I've got removed from this one as well. And just to show, even in this configuration, if I just pop up on the screen, switch the screen on. Like I said, even in this absolutely stripped down configuration, if we power it up, you can see it does boot up BBC 32K basic. So it is actually, it can actually boot in this configuration. Excuse me. Let's get you back down onto the computer. And you'll also notice I don't actually have the keyboard, because a few people have commented about this, about it not booting with having the keyboard connected, and that's technically correct. You can't boot a BBC without the keyboard, but as you can see, this keyboard's not plugged in, it's not connected, and you've just seen it boot. The reason being that I've got the second 6522 there removed. Basically, I think, I'm not 100% certain on this, is what I'm surmising, is that the checking it does to see whether it's got a keyboard is done through that 6522. If you remove that, it can't do that check, and it just boots. If you do have a 6522 in there and you take the keyboard off and you try and boot it, it'll just boot to a single cursor on the screen. It won't actually boot up into BASIC or anything like that. But I mean, you can still see the core of the computer is still running at that point. I mean, for like the test that I'm about to do now on it, it wouldn't matter. We don't need to see anything on the screen. We just want to see that the actual main part of the computer is actually booting, and the the CPU's running correctly and everything. But like I say, it is a handy thing to know, especially if you've just got a board, you haven't got the keyboard. You've just got a BBC micro board. You can actually get it to boot and to display the basic prompt on screen just by pulling out that 6522, and like I said, it will do it. But yeah, normally if you have it all populated and you disconnect the keyboard and you try and boot a BBC up, I say it won't boot. It'll just, I think if the speaker's connected, you get a tone out of the speaker and you just get a cursor, just like a single cursor on the screen there. Anyway, let's show you what we should see of that signal. So I'll zoom you in a little bit to the to like the CPU. Apologies that it's a little bit dark on this side, but I've not really got any light. I can ooh, come on, bend round you damn camera. I've got to get myself a new tripod. I really do. This one is well past it. Right. So we'll go on to the thing again. So that's 1, 2. I really need some new glasses. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So we're on the right pin there. Oops. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, and if we switch on there, as you can see, you can see the pulse in there. We'll switch that, and the screen's actually booted up. Yeah, the computer's booted up there. So that's basically what we should be getting on that pin, and we're not. So we'll just quickly get set back up on the other computer, and I'll show you how far I've got into trying to diagnose this this interesting little problem that we've got. Okay, so here we are back on the faulty board. And first thing I did when I thought, right, we've not got the read-write signal working, it's stuck high. So I actually printed out and stuck together the entire circuit. I don't really like working off computer screens, I must admit. I find it a bit tricky. So especially on something like this, what I like to do is actually print out the circuit diagram like this, and then I've actually got some paper in front of me I can work off. It's even better when you have it the right way around as well. So right, here we go. Now hopefully you can see what I'm going to I'm going to have to what can I hold that down with? Some flux. Flux is always good for holding things down. Right, and I'll put my knife on that side there. Okay, I need something to point with. Right, 6.5. Let's see if I can get you in a bit of a better. Oops. Let's see if I can move the camera around a bit. You can't really see what I'm going to try and show you, can you? Like that. Let's try that. That way. Come on. Right, now. Can you see that there? Right. We've got the 6502 there. Now, if we look at pin 34, pin 34 is down here, the read-write. That's connected directly to IC 33 on the board. So I thought, right, first things first, let's see if we can eliminate IC 33. IC 33. Let's get that out of the way. Let me see if we can get you up a little bit. There we go. I think you can see that there. Can we? Where's my finger? No, my finger's off shot. There we go. Right. IC 33 is there at the back of the board. It is a SN 74 LS 07. I think it's an 07, that one. Yeah. Thanks to my my new desoldering tools, that was an absolute joy to pull off. I had that off in seconds. No damage at all to the board, no damage to the IC. I was really pleased. Anyway, I pulled that off and I put a brand new one in its place. Absolutely no difference whatsoever. That didn't help at all. So I thought, right, what's next? What else have we got in the line? Get the old thing out again. So where are we now? Can you see my fingers? Right. So we've got the IC33 there. If we follow it down, basically. Can you see where my finger is? Yeah. If we follow it down, we have IC14. that seems to be the next thing in here. We've got also IC26, I think IC25 and 23 I think are also to do with that. So, we've already changed IC. Where are you? Yeah, there we are. Let me zoom you out a little bit so you can see. We've already changed IC14 once already. That's a brand new part I put in there. So I thought, while I've got my desoldering station, my nice new desoldering station all set up and working, let's take out IC24, sorry, 23, 24, 25 and 26. So basically I socketed up. Actually, using that new iron, I'm really pleased with that. For what it cost, I had all them three out and socketed in under 30 minutes without any damage at all to the board. And like I said, this board is a little bit of a bugger, and on the old ICs, they all have at least one side on the whole side bent right over. Some of them even bent over that way, and then the other side's bent that way. They're not easy ICs to get out. And like I said, I managed to suck all them four out, put the sockets in, and tidy it all back up in under 30 minutes. So I really am quite pleased with that new desoldering station. But so far we still don't have any. We don't have any more success. I've changed out. No, which one have I changed out? Is it the 74 LS 20? I can't remember. One of them I had in stock, and I swapped it out with a brand new one, and it didn't make any difference again at all. The other ones I don't have in stock. I can't find them in my stocks. So what I'm going to do next, but it doesn't mean a trip up into the attic as soon as I feel spiritually motivated enough to go up there and dig through all them bloody boxes, is I know somewhere up there is my EEPROM programmer, and one of my EEPROM in fact two of my EEPROM programmers, one of my cheap Chinese ones and my really nice like industrial quality EEPROM programmer can actually test 7400 series logic ICs, and it's actually quite good at testing 7400 logic ICs. What I might do is dig that out. I'll have to dig I think I've got an old laptop up there near it actually that's got all the software on, because it runs on a parallel bus. None of my computers I've got in the office down here I don't think have got, well, none of the ones that are in fully functioning working state and they've got the software available actually have parallel on them. But I will see if I can dig that laptop out at the same time, dig that tester out and actually pull each of these out, and we'll go through and we'll test all the socketed 7400 series logic on this board and see if we can eliminate it that way. Because I'm starting to run out of ideas now. Especially, like I said, we definitely know we've got an issue there, that the read-write pin is pulled high. Literally from as soon as you power the computer up, read-write, it's there, it's up high. But we've already eliminated all the things that have been most obviously caused that. We've tried new ICs for them, so apart from if it is something, you know, is it IC 26 I think I just noticed is coupled to IC 14 I think, which again, if you had an issue there, that could potentially lock it up and pull it high, keep it locked high. That's the way I'm thinking now, because I'm sort of running out of ideas really. Massive thanks to the my viewer who sent me the spare video ULA, so I now actually have, like I said, I can have both computers where I don't have to keep pulling that IC out, going over, plugging it in the other one. It's not so much of damaging like the IC socket, because it's not, especially now I've got the new desoldering station, it wouldn't be a major hassle to put a new socket on. But you've always got that risk that, you know, even though I wear anti-static whenever I'm working on these old systems, you always risk doing something to it. You know, it's better to have it in the board where it's there, it's stable, and you not keep pulling it out all the time. So it is a massive boon for me actually working on this thing, that I don't have to worry about that now. I can just work on this board, refer over to my other one, refer back to this one. Anyway, I'm gonna leave it there for now. Like I said, it was just a quick little update video. If anyone's got any ideas or any comments on what I've said up to now, like I said, we know we've definitely now got a problem on the read-write to the CPU. We know it's not the CPUs that's the issue. And we've changed IC33, that's a brand new part I've put in there. I haven't tested it because I don't think it's socketed on my... let's just check actually. No, it's not socketed on my fully working... in fact, there's not a lot of the ICs that we actually need to test not socketed on my working beeb. They're all on board on my working beeb. That's indeed, they are exactly the same part, because this is in issue 7. My working one's actually in issue 3. I mean, that's fine for things like the CPU, the main chips. But I don't know whether there isn't any slight differences with like the 7400 between the two variations, because there could potentially be. But there's a lot of it is exactly the same. Anyway, I'm going to leave it there for now. I hope you enjoyed this little update on the project. So, thanks for watching and goodbye.